What's going on, motivators? In today's video, I'm going to share with you the #1 stupidest thing you could ever do when using your VA loan. But before I get into it, make sure you subscribe to my page. I'm a veteran mortgage advisor named Chermak, also a Marine Corps vet, RA, and what I do is I teach you how to use your VA loan, and I help you through the process. I'm licensed in multiple states to help you out. So let's get right into it. So the reason I'm making this video is actually from personal experience. Now, just recently, I had a client come to me who was having trouble getting their COE. They made the #1 mistake of not using someone who knows what a VA loan is as a loan officer. Now, I'm gonna level with you, right? You guys are all vets. Some of us loan officers out there are shitbags. We're not all created equal, especially when it comes to VA loans. You see, loan officers, when it comes to VA loans, on average, in 2022, would see between 0 to 1 VA loan in an entire year. So what that means is you're getting someone who's either green and never has done one before, or is super rusty and just qualifying doing one for the first time in a long time. Either way you slice it, they're not going to be familiar with the VA loan process. It's essentially like this. Would you rather have a reservist firing off rounds down range at the enemy? Or would you rather have a trained sniper, someone who's on the teams, someone who's on the shooting team to go fire rounds down range? I don't know about y'all. I mean, don't take it the wrong way. I was a reservist too, but I would much rather have someone who's doing this every single day work on my file. Now, this jackass loan officer decided to pre-approve this client without a certificate of eligibility. Now, that is so wrong. Let me tell you that loan officer could probably get into a lot of trouble. But the problem is they didn't do it because they were just being negligent. They were actually trying to get that certificate of eligibility. Problem is, they didn't know how to navigate the VA to make sure to get it for that veteran. And the scariest part about this is that this veteran was under contract with a house. He put down $10,000 and he needs to close within a month. So if he doesn't get that COE, well, then he can't use a VA loan, he can't close on the home, and he's at risk of losing $10,000. So you can see how this is a pretty precarious predicament. I know you like what I did there with those words. So you can see how this is a pretty precarious predicament, alliteration, and I had to come in and tell him exactly what to do and also work with the VA to get the documents requested and needed so that way we could get him his COE. Now we actually have a bona fide pre-approval and a real file because we sent it over to the underwriter and we got an approval within a week. So basically what took this lender 3 weeks to do, I was able to do in a matter of 3 days. Now, I'm not the only veteran mortgage advisor out there. There's actually about 500 in the entire country. So I want you to make sure that whatever you do when you get your VA loan, you're using a veteran mortgage advisor. Because if you're not, you're using a shitbag. So all my reservists out there, don't take it personally if I call that loan officer a tampon. You gotta make sure that you have someone who knows what they're doing when you're doing your VA loan. Otherwise, guess what? You could be at risk of losing thousands of dollars. So really, you could kind of say that they made 2 mistakes in this. #1 is not using a VA loan officer, and #2 is not having a certificate of eligibility from the VA. Because at the end of the day, that loan officer who gave out that pre-approval was actually giving out a false pre-approval. It was an erroneous pre-approval. It's no good. Shingot, sorry, but without the COE from the VA, well, your pre-approval is about worth as much as the paper it's printed on. Make sure you get what you deserve. You served, you deserve to be treated like a freaking hero when you're going through your VA loan process, and you deserve to go through a good time where you know what's next. So as always, guys, make sure you're working with a veteran mortgage advisor. Even if it's not me on your VA loan, please make sure you're finding one of us. If you're in a state that I'm not licensed in, I can refer you out to ones. I have a whole network where all of us get together and we all chat about it. I can refer you out to whoever I need to, whatever state you're in. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you found any of this information helpful. I'm Justin Chermak, veteran mortgage advisor, and what I do is I teach you how to not fuck up your VA loan. Let's go.